We're live here in Geyserville. You can see I'm wearing this mask, and that is because there is so much smoke and ash in the air. We're going to just show you right now where we're at. We have to turn off the lights so we can zoom in to the ridge. We're here live in Geyserville, and you can see into the distance up on the ridge. That is where this fire is burning, this fast burning fire. We now know that it's 10,000 acres. This has burned significantly just in the last hour. It jumped from 7,000 acres to 10,000 acres. We do know that this fire started last night at 9:10, and they're calling this the Kincade Fire.
Close to the fire this morning with Ground Force Sara Stinson live in Geyserville right now along the fire lines. Let's see how it's going. You can see that thick smoke is affecting her. Sarah?
Wow, my heart's beating a little fast. We just felt a huge gust of wind, ashes everywhere, and you could feel the heat. The fire is definitely expanding more and more. Obviously, at last check, they told us it's 10,000 acres, but I have a feeling that it just grew. You can hear the wind, you can feel the wind, the ash is blowing everywhere. You can see it just exploded right there. You can see flames and a lot of smoke, glowing haziness. This is where we're standing right now on Highway 128 in Geysers Road. This is one of the mandatory evacuation areas.
You can see it, you can feel it. It's been really windy all night long. We have this to deal with throughout most of the day with these red flag warnings, so definitely not out of the woods yet.
And what are your crews seeing up there? Obviously the wind is exploding it exploded overnight.
Yeah, I mean, this is the time of year when conditions are ripe.
We have a live crew in Geyserville. They keep getting pushed back. Sara Stinson shooting this video as she was on the run this morning as well, having to move back. This is her cell phone video, and you can just see how quickly the flames just explode. She's actually heard explosions, thinking those are trees going up like torches. You can see in the distance there. This is some of what they are seeing out there close to the fire lines this morning, but you know, at a distance enough to stay safe. Still ash raining down, the wind blowing, and the flames actually being fed by those winds, making Sarah feel these gusts of hot air this morning. Now you have your mask off. Where are you right now?
Yeah, I feel like I have a little bit more fresh air, which is nice. We are at a safe distance finally because we just had to keep moving and moving for our safety. And now we're at a very safe distance here on Highway 128. We are about probably 2 miles from where we started. Where we started was Highway 128 and Geysers Road, and that is where it really just took off. We saw the fire explode, and we heard it, and then we saw it, and we could see the fire line. It was literally a line of fire that kept going back, forth, just heading towards Highway 128, and that is right before they put a mandatory evacuation order in for the entire community of Geyserville. And it makes sense because the fire was just roaring towards Highway 128 near Moody Lane. That's where we were, and it's heading west, and it actually almost jumped the road. So that's why they were like, we need to get everybody out. After that, we took off. We got further away. We started seeing people pack up their trucks, pack up their cars, RVs flying down the road, and then we saw sheriff's deputies driving down the road with their sirens, yelling at people to get out. Moved from the winery because we wanted to see with our own eyes homes that have been burned, and this is one of them right here on Geysers Road and Red Winery Road. You can see it's just a devastating scene. I'm seeing at least 3 homes that have been burned and completely destroyed here. You can see a bed frame, just complete rubble, and they're still very actively on fire, just burning to the ground. There's a car that's smoldering in the back. At one time I heard a car alarm just going off in the distance. It's just complete rubble and destruction out here. This fire just ripped through Geyserville.
Our best reporting has been done on the ground by Ground Force Sara Stinson, who has been in these neighborhoods and seen homes and cars, in this case, go up in flames. She's live now this morning at another vantage point. Sarah, where are you now?
I'm here in front of Robert Young Winery, and as you can see, it was a very close call for them. The fire came right up to the line of their home, and they were very proactive. When they saw the fire was getting close, they started to attack it with the water they had on hand, and then two of the Youngs, they stayed on property to help the firefighters. It's been truly devastating to see some of the other properties that have been completely destroyed, just wrecked, and seeing that destruction, I've seen at least 10 homes. One, a $5.8 million mansion. They had a vineyard, but this beautiful home just burnt to the ground, along with a string of 4 other little homes that we showed you earlier with a burnt car, and just truly sad to see, because this is a community that thrives on wineries, tourism, and that's why we're talking right now to Robert Young II. And this winery's been in your family for how long?
1858, so 6 generations now.
Wow. Okay, so what was going through your mind when you saw the fire and the flames coming towards this family business?
First thing was get the hose connected to the hydrant, and then just be ready for if the fire ever got to our house.
And so you guys started being proactive and basically fighting the fire on your own.
Yeah, we got a water truck and all that as well, so yeah, just got ready for it.
And once the firefighters showed up, you basically helped them, guide them, showed them your property and stuff?
Yeah, yep, exactly, yeah.
Tell me what it was like, because you and your dad were telling me that, as we've been talking about, the wind shifted.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was scary to watch, because at any moment, your property could be impacted.
Yeah, we got up at 4 in the morning and it looked perfectly fine. And then I laid back down for another like 15, 20 minutes, and I could hear the wind going through the house, and next thing I know, it's coming down right in our front yard, so it was crazy.
Yeah, for something that's been in your family for so long, it's probably gut-wrenching to see that literally everyone around you, their home is burned down.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do if I wasn't able to come here, so I was just trying to protect it as best as I could, and my heart goes out to everybody else, all our neighbors, that some of them lost their house as well, so.
Yeah, describe some of the fire, the danger that your property faced. I mean, didn't some things burn?
Yeah, most of the grassland, like you can see back behind us, all that pasture, couple garages and kind of storage containers, but a little bit of equipment, but luckily none of our homes.
Nothing like what we've seen on the other properties.
No.
Some of your friends and families, can you talk about what you've heard so far?
I've just heard that, they think everything's kind of burnt down, which it kind of looks like right now, and luckily we have the vineyards, which I don't think a lot of people realize is they act as a fire break. So none of the vines don't burn because they're such a tight grain of wood, which is good.
Yeah,
so.
That's really fortunate. Okay, but we're not done yet. We're at
0%. So hopefully we get that contained. We still have a little bit of fruit on the vine as well. I don't know what condition that's going to be in, but we're mostly done. So we just hope they, get that contained as soon as possible.
And are you nervous heading into the day, as they're working, they're going to be up above us, be on the ground, but still they haven't really gotten a total handle on it all?
Yeah, I'm still very nervous. I'm a little more calm here, but as far as the rest of the area, I'm kind of concerned about that, so.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you very much.
And these people are so sweet. They gave us water and snacks and a bathroom, something that we desperately needed out here in the field. So we really thank you, and I hope one day we can come here, have a glass of wine, relax, and hopefully have good times, because right now this is just the beginning of a community having to heal from this devastating fire.